Hello and welcome everyone to Cybercast episode 135, the Transformer podcast show. My name is Josh, also known as G1 Hextron. I am joined with my co-host, Primal Sabbath, also known as Dakota. And back is James, also known as Victory Saber 77. We also have a special guest, Pete Sinclair of BotCon, Transformer Collectors Club, and subscription service. So we'll get into all the little plugs and where you can find everyone. First, Dakota, where can people find you, man?
You can find me everywhere at Primal Sabbath.
All right, and you can find me, G1 Hextron, everywhere except for my Facebook page, the G1 Hextron. Jane, where can people find you? And you have a couple announcements. I'm so glad you're back to take over that responsibility because I just fumbled every single week.
I'm back, and then I get everything back on me here. But you can find me, Victory Saber 77, on YouTube and Twitter, and I have a Facebook page. You can see that in my little number or name bar there. But we do have another show. 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time is the Aftercast, the Late Night Transformers podcast that is on my YouTube channel, so go check that out. It's going to be an open invite hangout. The link will be on my Facebook page, so just go to there, give it a like, but you can get in that way. I'm not going to do any Google Hangout special, way to get you in. Just the link will be there. You got to have the tools to get in. Collection Spotlight, we do have one, but we are out, so if you guys want to get your collection spotlighted, there's no collection too big or small. Submit your picks to Josh at g1xrun@gmail.com. Between 10 to 20, unless it's really large, then go 21. But today we're going to be taking a look at our boy Little D, Dalton TX. So major props up to you, man. And that is about it. If you guys have questions, please put questions in capital letters. If you have one directed towards Pete, just put, question for Pete or question Pete, something like that, so we can get to it a little bit faster. And that's all I got.
All right, and for our special guest, man, Pete, I don't even know, we call you special guest. I mean, you come on here, quite often here now. But where can people find you, man? You got several things going on, so several Twitters and Facebooks and stuff like that.
Yeah, you can find us at botcon.com, transformersclub.com. We're here on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We're on just about all the fan sites in some capacity or another, so you can usually find us somewhere. It's not that hard. So we're around, and every once in a while you find me here.
All right, I guess so. To start off, you got this convention coming up here in mid-April, so about 3 months out. BotCon 2016 is going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. What can you kind of tell us about that? What are you guys offering? Maybe you can talk all the way from when registration is going to be up to some of the things you're offering, some guests. What are some of the things that people could do? Even you have some of the tours. What's kind of going to go on during that?
Yeah, so we got BotCon will be April 7th to the 10th. You're going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. Registration will start this coming Tuesday. No, I'm sorry. We've got reveals coming. Let me make sure I got this right. We've got some reveals coming the first part of the week on Monday and Tuesday. We will have the exact date for registration coming up. We will send out an email. But watch for some updates. I already gave away the update part. We've got a very cool reveal coming Monday, and then we have another reveal coming Tuesday. And then the registration will be up at some point. So keep an eye on your email, keep an eye on botcon.com, also on our Twitter account and on our Facebook. We will announce as soon as registration goes up as well. So email will go out, right? But there's always a lag, so not everybody gets it at the same time. So just kind of turn your notifications on Twitter or on Facebook, because we'll be posting it right there as soon as it goes live as well. So we try to make sure we can tell everybody right when it happens. So stay tuned for that, and like I said, we'll let you know. We'll give you a heads up as soon as it's ready to go. As far as the event itself, we have some more announcements to come. We've got the guest all announced for the Beast Wars aspect. The Beast Wars Anniversary will feature David Kaye, voice of Megatron, Scott McNeil, voice of half the cast, or half the characters, I should say, Dinobot, Waspinator, Silverbolt, and Rat Trap, and then we've got Venus Terzo coming. She does the voice of Black Arachnia. Alec Willows had to bow out. He has a play he was booked for 2 months. Lead role, 6 days a week. So he's unavailable. It'll be up in Vancouver. What else we got? All the other stuff is pretty much on the page. You can go to botcon.com, click the information tab, read the brochure. It'll tell you all the events, everything we got going on. We've got tours on Wednesday and Thursday. We've got a Friday thing we're planning. We'll be announcing soon. We've got the Saturday night casino night. And then, of course, all the panels, show stuff, toys, dealers, exhibitors, whole 9 yards. So plenty of stuff to do. You want to start getting there on Wednesday. Louisville downtown, beautiful, right on the river. They got a beautiful walkway right there. Hopefully the weather cooperates. April can be tricky. It'll either be 85 or 30. No. Actually, usually it's about in the 60s. 60s in April in Louisville, so it should be nice. I think we'll have a blast. So there you go.
All right. Do you guys want to start off with some questions, or you had some things you want to address as well, or do you want to start off with some of the in-hand look at some of the figures from the box set? Want to do that? I think people were kind of wanting to see the in-hand, other figures that you got the box set of.
Yes.
You want toys?
Yeah, toys, man.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Well, you said box set. I wasn't sure if you were going to put the picture up. So I sent you a picture of three of the guys in their alt mode. I have most of them right here. Some I can't show because they're souvenirs. But I will go ahead and I don't know how this will work. So you've got, like I said, these are the obviously in-hand samples. The picture you got is also the in-hand samples. It's amazing how closely, especially on the 3 members of the Tri-Predicus Council, how absolutely close they look to their Photoshop pictures. It's kind of scary. I mean, you're not going to be able to tell right here, but you got CicadaCon right here. Like I said, when you show the picture of them, the 3 in vehicle mode, you compare them against the Photoshops, they nailed them to a T. So that was awesome. So the wing deco is great. The only thing we asked for, so I always preface this with these are near final samples, which means these are the samples they send us. People are always kind of online asking how the process works. Everybody has their own idea of how it works, so I've tried to tell. I've come on here and told people how it works. I'm going to do it again, and hopefully this everybody has questions will now have them answered, or they will be answered. So we send in a deco, and when if it gets a new head, we send in the head, the tooling. This year the tooling was done by 4 Horsemen. So we send in the tooling, we send in the deco sheets, we say this is what we want. What you guys see on the Photoshops online is exactly what we send them. We say this is what we want. So we then get a sample, and this is what it is. And then we look at the sample and we go, either that is almost completely right, or sometimes it needs a lot of tweaks because some things just didn't happen. They didn't either translate from the sheet they had to actually what they produced. The only thing we asked for CicadaCon here is we wanted to add maybe some metal flakes to the red to make that red pop a little bit more. So that might be the only change you see between him and the final product. But he turned out really nice. If this is the way it ended up, I would be fine with that. But I think just to maybe kind of make it pop a little bit more, we asked for that. Next up, we've got Ramhorn here. Same deal. And see, now if you notice one thing on here that we did ask for was they painted the head in a gloss, and we want that in a flat. It just shines a little too much. We want to match the red on here a little bit more. So basically, again, going back to the process, so we get these first samples. Takara says, or Tomy says, here's your first samples. What do you think? What do we need to change? Are you happy with it as is? And we come back and say, nope, we need this done, this done, this done. One of the souvenirs, I can't discuss the souvenir, but one of the souvenirs was probably the biggest bullet list. We had like 7 things that we needed changed. Most years, we will get a second sample. I'm sorry, let me reverse that. Last year was the one year we got the second samples. The year before that, we did not get second samples, and I remember getting a Scorponok. I wish I had him up here. He's downstairs. and there were like 4 major problems with them. Like because we had to redo the one chest piece, so they had not trimmed it down enough to where that it could actually convert and you could still fold the arms up. So I was kind of freaking out. Sometimes people were always kind of like, they sometimes, or some people I should say, there's a lot of stress involved, especially since we're kind of, we don't have that direct link sometimes to like making sure that we get it completely right. So I was really stressed about that figure, about making that was enough edits can be made that they were going to be able to implement all the edits we asked for and all the revisions. Because like I said, some things actually required messing with the tool, and that always makes me nervous when they have to go back and kind of mess with the tool. But anyways, he turned out perfect. So I think this year, like last year, we'll get a second sample, hopefully, or at least pictures of a second sample, and we'll know exactly what's going on. So sorry for that big giant rambling diatribe, but I'm just trying to convey some of that. I'm trying to convey all the thoughts in my head of what the hoops we have to go through to make sure that everything turns out the way we want it to, that it comes to you exactly how we say it's going to and how we want it to. And I'm just trying to explain that that is a huge concern, and it's something I deal with on a weekly and sometimes daily basis. Just the stress of when are the samples going to get here? We need to review them. We need to make sure that they turn out exactly how we want them. So, long story short, this guy turned out pretty great. I guess you were saying something in the pre-show about people were kind of curious about the waist, and the waist is real nice and firm. It's a little bit of an interesting design, but he stands up straight. Can't see him now because he's on my desk, but he's a great little figure. And we like Ramhorn here. I will show you one. This is the one. I was not going to show this. We had to tweak. That's why it says on our page that's the near final design, or I think it said on the Facebook near final. Near final means that they are near final, but there's still some edits we need to make. Our tarantulas here. You do not have a picture of this one. The blue is a much lighter blue than we want. So we came back to them and said, okay, no, we need a much, and they're really good about the color changes. We usually don't have a problem with that. So we said, no, we need a much more, blue that matches what you all see on the Photoshop. So that should be fine because they nailed all the other colors. But I did want to show this to you just because the head turned out so good. There we go. Four Horsemen did an amazing job and really captured all the details on that head. All the mandibles there on the face. You got the inner ones, you got the outer ones. They got all the paint, even like all the little green deco up on the forehead. So turned out really, really good. I know that's not the best look, but yeah, we'll revise him. That was the only of all of the box set ones. That was the only color that was a little off. So. And then we got Ravage. Ravage turned out pretty good. Pretty happy with him. The head, I'll get into that. I'll come back to the head a little bit later. I don't really want to get into that right now, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. But the head's great. The head mold itself is great, but there's a little tweak we're gonna make. Well, I'll get into that in a little bit. So I want to get some other stuff covered first. Oh, we did ask for. Let's see. Right arm should have a Decepticon tampo to match the TV show. So on the left we'll have a Predacon, on the right would be a Decepticon. So
cool.
And I think we might have asked for a little. No, that wasn't on him. Never mind. Those are the 4 toys I'm going to show you. So I could bring out the souvenirs, but
go for it.
Oh, I can't.
All right. Well, I'm gonna screen share the things that you sent me real quick. This first one you didn't send me, but this is something that y'all did post on y'all's BotCon page and also on Twitter. So, putting this guide together, I guess, you want to talk about the process and putting everything together, and also deciding on the head, because I think that the head is, I think that's one of the things that you automatically look at on a combiner is kind of like the head, and That looks great.
Yeah, that was. I have a low res copy. This is smaller than the final. It was kind of a new relationship with Four Horsemen this year, so we had to kind of match up, make sure they understand exactly how the specs worked. So the very first batch I got from them, the heads were not sized the way I wanted them, so we worked with them. They came back, everything was sized perfectly the second time. Made some tweaks, they turned great. So this is smaller than what it will be, but that is the Predicus head. You can't see anything, I know, because it's black. You've got actually the Predacon symbol. This is a low res again, so you won't even be able to see it. And you
Are you going back to your screen? Okay, well let me go back over there.
Oh, was I not even up? Oh, too late.
Well, I switched to do the screen share, but
no, you can't see anything anyways. I just wish I could. I wish it was like cast in white. The inspiration for it was the original Predicus. It was just kind of a new version, a little bit meaner. Kind of got those teeth.
I was gonna say it has those street shark teeth going on for it.
Yeah, the horn on top should fold down. That was one thing we had to go back and forth with it because they originally had it molded on there. And we're like, no, that needs to swivel. So that was taken care of. But trying to think what else as far as process goes. We'll throw the picture back up of the combined one, and I'll kind of talk about it. Holy shnikes, that's a lot of windows. There you go.
there we go.
Yeah, so what you see on the ram horn and Predacon, yeah, those are both pretty much final. Aside from the metal flakes I told you about, Ravage is essentially final. Tarantulas was tweaked a little bit to get that blue. That's the blue we're expecting. And again, this is a very normal thing. This happens every year. We say that color needs to be a little whatever, and they come back and the color's tweaked, and it's not an issue. We tweaked the chest colors. That's how we were able to bring all of it together. And the C-clamp is missing his black deco on his legs, so we added that. Everything else. Oh, and the head. That head is still. That is a photoshopped head. But that is the heads. One of the great things going to the 3D printing is what we see when Four Horsemen or Boss Flight sends us those 3D images. What we get printed out is identical to that, and what we give them to Takara is nearly identical to that. So, just looking at the Ravage here, it's crazy how much he just looks. Because we had to make some tweaks. The original Ravage had. So Four Horsemen sends me all the low-res heads, not just to check them, but to also, I want to double, especially with this being our first year with them, double-check how it works with the toy. Well, the Ravage's snout was too far out, so we had to flatten it a little bit because it wouldn't fold up into the cavity there. So we had to kind of smash it a little bit and widen his face a little bit. And it was just amazing how, so I have two different versions, and how both of them match identical to what was on that screen, and then to get the finished product and see that next to the low res, and then you can almost just trade them out. And I don't know where I put that head. It's somewhere. But again, that was a low res anyway, so it's not even the same quality. You lose all the details. So that's pretty much what we had to do to him. But when we get the final, we'll be showing the final. We'll be showing more of the box, and we'll just as we get the stuff, we want to get it to you all. So we literally, as soon as we got the final sample, I think we put that picture together. C-clamp was the last one we were waiting on. We put that together as soon as we had it. So we want to get the final versions up on the site as soon as we have them. So.
All right, here are the 3 alt modes that you sent me the picture.
Yeah, and again, if you look at the well, even the Ravage really, but especially the 2 Tripredacus generals, I mean, it's almost identical to the Photoshops. It's just it's almost weird. Like if you have a picture of them and you compare it to the picture online, they just absolutely nailed it. So, like I said, we just want to get. I think one thing we decided afterwards is let's just get a little more shininess to the red, but we'll see how that goes.
Okay, and then you had this last picture here, and you wanted to mention about it.
Yeah, that is. I guess I wanted to go ahead and reveal that here. So I believe we already announced that. Yeah, we did. Obviously, Marcelo Matre did the art for the TFS 4.0. He also did the art for BotCon toys for everybody in the box set. And then Dan Kana worked on some of the souvenirs, and I think Marcelo did a couple of the souvenirs as well. And then Josh Perez did the colors. Josh is incredible. You can't even begin to see the detail in that picture, because that's just I pulled that from a low-res PDF of just when we had to prove the tech specs before we sent them off to China. The art is just incredible. The colors are just amazing. The detail that you see just on every aspect of it is just phenomenal. I'm just going to use lots of different adjectives. So, but yeah, that's it. That's Ramhorn. So very much the tech spec cards will very much mirror the Combiner Wars cards that you get with the figures. So that's what we were going for.
Okay, cool.
All right, I guess we'll start off, or before we get into some questions, there were a couple other, there was some things that you wanted to, I guess, kind of explain or kind of dive into, some things that you wrote down, you brought up prior to
well, yeah, I just, I guess there was just, without getting too much into it, I guess I just kind of want to clear a couple things up, and it's probably not what people are thinking about. But some people kind of, I tuned into a certain podcast just because I was kind of curious as to what, because the focus was solely about BotCon and the conventions. So I tuned in just to kind of hear what the feedback was. Something I've been doing for the last 10 years. I always listen to feedback. And I guess I just wanted to clarify for anyone that does listen to multiple podcasts, and just for anybody that may be posting these things online or what, but just a few things. Just first and foremost, as far as BotCon, I guess one thing I heard was that, that for a lot of people, I think that maybe don't come every year or aren't as familiar as they should be. They kind of think that the show's first about toys and second about panels, and that somehow the social aspect is not something that we focus on. And I guess I just want to make sure, even though that people know that even though we have all these toy offerings, and even though we talk about the souvenirs and we talk about the Primus package, that the BotCon is first and foremost a social event. We've always built it as a social event. We have always talked about the fact that in talking with anybody, the way we always sell the show is that this is a great place for friends to get together that one time a year at a big event. It's kind of like when you go with your family to Disney World. It's like you get to see your family, but you're also at Disney World. Or if you go on a big family vacation, the beach is awesome, or the mountains are awesome, but what makes it awesome is they're being there with your whole family as well. And that's something we've always tried very hard. And that was kind of what was weird listening to it, was because they came back to then talking about all the different social functions. And I was like, oh, no, wait a second. We have the tours on Wednesday and Thursday for people that want to come in early. Friday night, we always have some kind of cool event. I think one year we didn't have something, but I remember there was a great year. There was a movie out. They played the Transformers movie, and Glenn Morshower was out there watching with the crowd. And I remember the projector went down literally right at the time of his line where he says, "Or we will kill you." And he jumps up in front of the screen and starts performing and does his line from the movie. That was just an awesome experience to be. I think that was San Diego. So, either that, or it's Universal, or it's the Paramount, or it's going to see the movies. So we always have a social event on Friday night, or always, almost always on Friday nights. And then we have the casino night on Saturday night. And, we encourage people to also, do the room-to-room trading. We encourage people, we try to find places that have a good bar setting for people to socialize. And this year's bar in Louisville is just crazy. I can't get over it. The bar has fish in the bar. Like, there's fish in the bar. Like, you sit there having your drink and there's fish. And then you've got every brand of, and that must be because they have every brand of bourbon there. So obviously the two must be correlated because they were drinking a lot and thought, you know what, we need to put fish in the bar. So it is a great time. There's stuff to do from morning to night. So that's all I wanted to say on that. Other stuff we can get into, but that was I think that's the biggest thing for me is making sure people know that this is a social event, that we've prided ourselves on it being a social event for years, that it is a very financially viable, I shouldn't say viable, but there are all different levels of packages. You can either come as a Primus package, you can come as a Golden Ticket Primus package, and every package has its perk. If you want to come as a walk-in, we want you there as a walk-in. It is $25. That is as cheap as any show out there, and that will get you all day Saturday, and then if you want to come Sunday, it's $25. It'll get you all day Sunday, and that gets you all the panels, and you can still participate in all of the, any of the socializing. There's a lot of stuff going on, in the showroom. There's stuff going out in the halls. We love all the cosplayers that come.
Now, question, Pete. You say you love all the cosplayers that come. Can I come as Kylo Ren?
If you want.
Okay.
What's that for? What is there? Is there some? There's some hidden. You got to feel there's some hidden meaning there.
No. It's because I'm piecing together a Kylo Ren cosplay, and so my boy right here. I've already got a few things. Some other things are coming in. So.
All right.
And I'm gonna ask for special discount on some figures that I haven't ordered already. If I don't get it, then I'm just gonna go crazy with my lightsaber. So.
And I got to bring up one other thing, because this is something else that was speaking of the cosplay. The other point that was made, speaking of absolutes in the Force, and only a Sith deals in absolutes. I know I had to nerd out for a second. That we never backtrack, and that like basically saying that we never change things from year to year. We are always changing things. Always. I have read so much feedback and taken so much in consideration, and it's suggested, and we have implemented changes based on that feedback. A lot of the ones people don't always know about. A lot of them people should know about. For instance, I'll give you the last two. One of the big complaints from last year was the cosplay contest. We tried to tie it into the dinner. There were some people that showed up that were disappointed because they wanted to participate in the cosplay contest. So what did we do this year? I said, you know what? We need to have the cosplay contest outside of the dinner. We had it like that before, and let's do a show dollar prize. And we have that. We have a $250 show dollar prize. The cosplay contest will take place outside of, it will take place during regular attending hours. It's open to everybody. So, this notion that we don't ever change or ever make any adjustments, we are constantly making adjustments, always looking at ways to improve the show. One of the things we've heard for years is people did want kind of lower priced items in the souvenir level. We've got some lower, I'll announce this here for the first time too. Our Troop Builder is a lower priced one this year, which I think will make people happy. And then we've also split up the souvenirs where they will be sold individually. People have been asking for that, so they just want to pick and choose. So we are selling I'll tell you how many, the 4 souvenirs individually outside of the Troop Builder. So, I mean, I could sit here and try to go back and talk about everything we've changed or adjusted through the last 10 years, but I'm just going to give you those two off the top of my head that, well, not off the top of my head because I already knew it, but those two that came to my mind when reading that, or listening, sorry.
Okay. Dakota, James, when do y'all want to start knocking some of these questions out?
Man, I think I'll give the honor to James.
Okay. Well, I don't know. You already kind of said souvenir hints. Any other hints on the souvenirs?
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you, I don't want to give it. What?
No, we're talking about hints.
Oh.
We're keeping our mouth shut. So.
No, I mean, if you look at the box set, it doesn't, and you know our formula, you're gonna kind of figure out maybe what one is, maybe. We got another one is so far out of left field, but again, you can buy that individually by itself. So I think people are gonna really like it. It is so bizarre, but it totally ties into Beast Wars. Kinda, mainly, or it does. It's like I hate it because I just want to sit here and be like, "Hey, here it is, right here. This is awesome. What do you think?" But I can't. And then what else we got? Oh, and there's another one. I think I've already talked about this too. One is kind of the centerpiece of the souvenirs. People are gonna just be thrilled.
Beast Wars Second Moon.
And then the other one just sucks. No, the other one is cool too. Uses I think I talked about that. Uses a I'm not saying anything that I haven't already said. Uses a not yet released in U.S. head sculpt. Yeah. Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your hints.
Going back to the souvenirs, when they're potentially, because you may run out, but on the Collectors Club website, they'll be offered there individually and all that and such. Or would you group them?
We have, there the market. There is a lot of product in the market right now. We understand that, fully aware of that. There is a lot of internal competition, and there's external competition that there shouldn't be. So that causes, people have to kind of choose what they want to buy. So, and that wasn't there 6, 7, 8 years ago. But that's okay, because we're actually still, with the way that our model has worked with the subscription service, we're actually producing more toys than we've ever produced. But as far as for BotCon goes, we have tweaked the numbers to where at least 2 of them will probably sell out very quickly. The other ones, it just sometimes depends on the demand. I'll just have to wait and see. For instance, we did 2,500 of the Seeker 3-pack during the Machine Wars year, and yeah, we should have just done 8 Seekers that year. We should have forgotten about the 4 Machine War guys, and we should have just done a 3-pack, a 2-pack, and a 2-pack, all Seekers, because we sold 2,500 of that Seeker 3-pack out in no time flat of 3 generic characters. So, but we are not anywhere near those numbers on this year's Troop Builder. But it's a cool Troop Builder, and it's going to be a nicely priced Troop Builder. So.
Hey, Dakota, before you get to number 2, I know this is on the brochure. How much is the box set, someone was asking?
$3.99 for the box set. If you do the golden ticket, it's what, $7.24? Right? Yeah. And then we got
the golden ticket. I think it's $325 or $350 more, or something like that.
$325. That gets you 3 times the limits. We've got some. We are still working on. We have all the base stuff for golden ticket. We've got some. If you haven't done the golden ticket, this would be a good year to do it. That's all I'll say.
Okay. And the other follow-up is, when will there be the official reveals of souvenirs?
We won't do those until what? Whenever what is that? Thursday? Thursday, yeah. No, Wednesday.
Of this week.
Wednesday, because people who go on tours. If you do a tour, right, or if you're a golden ticket, or you do a class. Oh, I'm sorry. That was the other thing I forgot about from the social aspect. We also offer classes that go all day on Wednesday and Thursday if you want to do a customization class. If you do a class, a tour, or a golden ticket, you can pick your stuff up on Wednesday night. Do I have that right? Golden tickets pick up Wednesday night.
Yeah.
I know tours and classes can. Can Golden tickets? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
You
I
just
don't want
have
to.
to be with a golden ticket person. You can pick up your stuff at the same time.
I don't know nothing about that.
So
Don't implicate me in anything.
yeah, so that's another advantage. That's another advantage of doing one of those things because then you don't have to worry about the lines. So so we were able to bust through the lines last year pretty darn quick. But there you go.
All right, Dakota, you want to get 2?
Yeah. How do you personally feel about the vitriol for the club and exclusives that has plagued a couple of the fan sites as of late?
I don't know. I mean, that is kind of is what it is. I mean, it was we watched. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get specific. Even when somebody does everything right, I'm not talking about us because we have never done anything right. I'll admit that. You still have a segment that will go after you, and that's just a shame. It just is kind of, it is kind of is what it is. I mean, there's not, you can't really, I can't control what people write or what they say. That's up to them. I just, all we can do is do what we do. It's not about being defensive when I come on here and talk about stuff. It's just trying to put the facts out. Just trying to, make sure people fully understand. We just try to give all the information. I guess going back to that other thing I heard, they said that we never apologize, and that's just completely not true. We have apologized for the missteps. In 12 years, there's going to be some missteps, unfortunately. In today's internet age, unfortunately, there's even more missteps you can make. Social media is a wonderful trap. It is easy to fall through a trap door. Even in some cases, if your company you do nothing wrong, you can still fall into a trap door and people can go after you. And that's again not about us. But it's the thing that happened with the credit cards. We have apologized for that on numerous occasions. We sent out. I guess it was funny because they said we never apologized on their own site. There was posted the apology. We apologize for that. I am personally sorry for the head goofs. As I have gotten better at my job, some things that I saw with the heads kind of slipped through because I didn't fully realize that it wasn't going to translate. And this was kind of before the 3D, but and I'm not blaming the sculptor. I'm just saying sometimes I didn't ask for edits, and by the time that I finally got to the point of asking for edits, we had already moved on to 3D. But I think back to Obsidian. Again, this is the stuff people don't see. The first Obsidian sculpt I got, and Obsidian is my favorite toy from the Machine War set. People can dog on the Machine War set all they want. That Obsidian toy is gorgeous. I think it's just beautiful. And I got the first. I went and looked at the first sculpt, and I was like, this isn't right. I'm looking at the sculpt and I'm looking at it on the screen, and I'm like, knowing in the back of my head, knowing what I've learned about, from kind of the goofs, a couple goofs on the 2011 with the Overlord. And I was like, we've got to fix this. This is, here, please look again. You've got to tweak this. You've got to tweak this. And so that's just, again, a step that I've taken in my job. I know, and I know people like to kind of point to the heads, but we've probably done 40 plus heads, somewhere between 40 and 50 new heads. And I think only really 5, 6 of them really have turned out subpar, where I wish I could redo them. The Overlord, the Soundwave from Shattered Glass, the Metal Hawk. I know there's another one I'm thinking off the top of my head. I know Punch Counterpunch, so that's still, I think I've told that story. It's still the one toy I've never taken out of the package. It breaks my heart still to this day. But so getting back to the whole, what I was talking about is that, we have said, we've goofed. We just try to also give the information and try to convey to people what's going on. We want people to have all the information. It's not so much always about deflecting, but sometimes it is nice to say, hey, look, there are other factors. This whole registration thing has been the biggest nightmare for us, and we are thrilled that we are finally with a company that is awesome about it. Yeah, it sucks. It is our fault for staying with the other company for as long as we did. You know, it's just kind of you get in a position where they hold all the cards, but so you're kind of in a rock and a hard place. But you know, this new company has been awesome. We've got an amazing registration system ready to go. I've tested it. Everything looks great. We're not getting any issues on the back end, so we're thrilled. I mean, it's just, you know, this is just kind of us making changes based on not just your all's feedback, but stuff that we see every single day. The challenge is, you know, and I know people don't want to hear it. You know, when people you were joking, like when they say we're just as frustrated as you are. When we're up to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning dealing with this nonsense, and I say nonsense, I don't mean the fans. I mean what we're having to deal with to try to get it working. You know, trust me, we felt it. And yeah, I know it's our job to feel it, but don't think for a second that it's not something we're not looking at and going, oh my, we are going to change this because this is horrible. Just for no other reason, what it does to us. You know, nobody wants to be at a warehouse at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning because, you know, we goofed with who we picked. So, yes, we are. If anybody ever wants to come up to me at the show and ask me to apologize for something specifically they feel, I will be happy to, because I am, you know, whatever they need. But we have taken responsibility for things, and we have said we're sorry. You know, I think those few missteps, I would hope, have been overshadowed by the amount of good times that we have provided, the amount of great product we've provided. So I hope, I don't know. That's what I mean, that's what I usually hear at the show, and I'm not trying to just throw that out there to kind of pat myself on the back, but I always feel bad because I don't have more time to stop and talk because I'm busy trying to make sure that everything runs perfectly right, so they have a reason to say, hey, thanks, I had a great time. They can tell me that at the end of the show, which is why I don't usually have time to stop right then and listen right that second, because there's just a million things going on at the time, you know, especially when we try to do, you know, with the Frank Welker thing and all the different events and all the different things coming together. It's just, you know, and I'm kind of like that type of person that, too, likes to have my hand in everything. So that's just kind of how I am. I don't like to, I get nervous if I'm not involved. So,
You know, Dakota got a strike in that post, so my next poll question, we'll get into the first one, is going to be, is Dakota Transformer community's new bad boy? You know, so.
Well, you know, we've had we have a lot of great relationships out there. You know, we appreciate, you know, everybody that's been supportive. We appreciate everybody that's had, you know, some issues, and we want you to come and check out BotCon 2016 and come enjoy the show again. I think you'll have an amazing time. I don't think, even if there's someone that might have a personal issue, and that's going to be anywhere in every fandom or any industry, everywhere. But I don't know of anyone that really comes to the show and says, you know, even if they may not, you know, whatever, they don't just still have a blast, and that we don't provide a awesome forum for fans to interact and have a great time. That's what our first priority is to make sure, because really, look, it doesn't matter how many toys or how many cool toys we have. If you all don't come to the show and have a horrible time, you're not coming back next year, you know? So obviously it's in our interest also to make sure you have a great time, but that's also the right thing to do, you know? So that is, you know, making sure everything goes as smoothly as possible. So, blah, blah, blah. All right, what's the next one?
All right, put in here how many at-show souvenirs and maybe a guess on pricing of exclusives. I don't know if you've answered that yet.
I don't even have, you know, I've got the, you know, we need to get, we haven't even gotten, I don't think we've gotten the final sheet. We got like the early sheet, which usually matches the final sheet pretty closely, but I have not seen the final sheet yet. Because we won't have that until we know what the final spray masks and all that stuff cost. But then we base the pricing based on that. But it's not going to be really that much. I mean, the one centerpiece piece is going to be, you know, going to be a little bit up there, but everything else is going to be pretty much in line with what usually there has been past, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little less. I don't know. Box set was a little less this year.
Okay. James, he's already answered 5, so I guess you get the Ernest.
Oh, we're gonna skip 4.
Oh, did we? Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I mean, well, if you can elaborate, is there how many Combiner War molds are being used in this year's BotCon set? If you could give us.
6, 7, 8.
You should have this stuff memorized, Pete.
You think so? I guess there are 8 Combiner War molds. Centerpiece Souvenir is not a Combiner War mold. And that's all I'm going to say. But 8 different, is it 8 different molds, right? 8 different molds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh! Class kit.
Nine.
Oh, nice. Nice custom class hint.
Cool. Awesome.
Okay.
Like it.
Well, Dakota.
Hang on. I'm trying to find it.
And I'm sorry, Ernest, that I didn't put every single one of your questions, but there was a lot of just very specific to like a character or mold, and it's just a bunch of yes/no. So we're gonna try to keep it moving. So we'll answer this one though.
All right. Can FunPub use the Construct Bots toy line for some new robotics toys?
We used what we used. We used the swords from the Constructibots, right? For
Or after?
no, well, yeah, for him, but also no. We used the one from that Go Prime or whatever from Japan for Thunder Mayhem. We have in the past, but we don't have any plans to for this year. Yeah, none for this year.
Oh, I'm next. G1 IDW Dialis says, Pete, have you ever thought of doing some of the Predators, aka those figures that were repainted into other characters?
What the Predator? I'm assuming the ones from the UK. The
Skyquake and Snare.
we had a Turbomaster concept, and I guess it probably would be safe to say that there would have been Predators, but we just didn't. I think we.
You did a couple. I mean, you did a Skyquake.
Yeah, we did Skyquake, but I think we were gonna. I think we had something, and I showed actually people over at Rollout Roll Call last October what it was. I don't remember if it was a box set or was a subscription service concept we had, but I know we shelved it. We might have shelved it in favor of the. Well, I don't even think we did that. I think it was we floated the idea around, and I've got 200 to 300 ideas we float around. I think it was an idea that we floated around, but it never got past the. And it used the prime molds. Never got past the. It never got past the. That would be cool to do, but we're not going to do it. So.
All right.
Cool. This is from General Techno. Pete, it's hard to tell. Are the Tripredicus faces unpainted red plastic, or is it a separate color to the helmet?
Well, that's I think for Cicadacon, it's the same. That's on the same tree, but since the ram horn is a new mold, I believe that is on a. I believe it was gang molded with something else, so it will be painted. And that's what I was saying earlier, is that we want it to be painted in a flat paint and not a gloss. I mean, it doesn't look bad on the gloss. It just kind of pops a little bit more than I think I want it to. It's like I want the red to pop more on the body, but on the head I want it to pop a little less. So it should match just fine. It just needs to be a flat, because I mean it's the same. They're using the same paint that they're casting it in, so the variation should be, the variance should be very minor. But yeah, there you go.
Ernest Fraser asks, are we going to see any GoBots or Brave type of toys in the near future.
No, not from us.
All right, this is one that I'm also wondering about. This is from Ernest Fraser, so thanks a lot for asking this one, man. Pete, how's the Hex Pony Transformer toy coming? Or I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a pony, but that, you know,
Shetland.
little Hex, you know, that you discussed last time. These people, they want to buy this figure. It should be the centerpiece of the box set, to be honest, but
Use the mock kick mold.
Dude, that would be so great.
Well, we did have, right, so we talked about having, was it Twilight Sparkle Prime? I think we showed a concept for that, which was nothing more than us kind of goofing around, but kind of half considered it, using the Battle Unicorn from Beast Machines. I don't think we ever had anything planned for Mock Kick. I know we, we also threw around the idea of, and I know this is going to make Proto Man very sad because I've shown them both, but I know we threw around an idea for a hot rod from both the from Rat Trap and from Wolfang. It would have been Rada Mouse and Rada Mutt. But alas, neither one ever happened. Ultra Mammoth is where it begins and ends for bad Beast Wars puns. So.
Oh, the mock kick though, with Hex branded on one cheek.
Oh my god.
he doesn't have
with
to be.
rainbow hair.
And
'Cause
Josh would have a Beast Wars toy. That's what I'm looking at. Of it being perfect.
I know which one I hope it is.
Oh man. Next question from General Techno Pete. What is the universe set in for this set?
We have got I can't talk about that right now, just because it's this year's where it's set is a little bit more. I'm just debating on how much to give away. We've got an announcement regarding that coming soon, but it's a little different than what people are used to how we do things. But it's very exciting and very cool. Still a comic, but we'll have more. There's just not much I can talk about that right now. I'll have more on that probably in the next week. Probably actually right after BotCon registration goes up. Next Thursday. One of the days next week. Someday between Monday and Friday, we will let you know.
All right. Got a question from Triple Changer Octane about how many people typically attend BotCon every year.
It varies. I mean, we've had our biggest year was 2009, or was it 2011? 2009 out in Pasadena, which was crazy. Had several thousand. Our Primus numbers, our registered attending numbers are usually pretty consistent. So it varies from a few thousand to several thousand.
All right, I have a follow-up question, and you don't count like person per day, do you, by chance?
Yeah, technically if they're a walk-in, yeah, because that is.
Well, I mean for registrants. I mean, like one people equals 3 people is what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah, no. If you have 1,200 people sign up for a Primus package, that's 1,200 people. Period. Doesn't matter if they come all 3 days or 2 days or 1 day or half a day.
Okay.
All right, this is from Grim Locamus. He says, since the box set is made of Predacons, will there be any Maximals in the souvenirs?
Yes.
All right.
Of course. Can't do a bunch of Predacons without a Maximal or 2 or 3 to fight.
Next question, Andrew Welter. If I can't attend the con, what will be available before to order, and supply willing will be available after?
What package is that?
Yeah, that's
I want to go ahead and just cover the packages so people kind of know, and if you know the prices, that way that kind of answers those questions.
Well, we've got the Iacon non-attending, but that does not go up the same day as attending goes up. But we try to make sure that there is enough every year that non-attending can also get some. 2014, we covered that. We called that number almost exactly. I think we had, going into 2014, we had like 35 sets left, and we brought for Primus packages, and we had a line, and we actually, I think, got almost every single person. Actually, I know we got every single person with like 1 or 2 to spare. So usually there is enough for non-attending, and then we also are able to cover everybody that wants to be attending. Something else we've definitely tweaked. I know in the first couple of years it was hard calling those numbers. But, that's another thing we changed in case that would ever happen. Another backtracking is that if we didn't have enough box sets that we offered like a protoform package or whatever, but we've tried to make sure that that isn't even an issue, and I don't think that's been an issue for years, even though we've sold out. I think everybody's always been able to, at least in a timely manner, get their set, and if they can't get it, like I said, there's the protoform. Or there's the walk-in, or you come as a mini-con, then package for every price point.
Oh, okay. There he is.
Finally, from Ernest Frazier, is there still plans for more human characters from the G.I. Joe figures?
Yeah. We've already announced.
Wheelchair Chip.
We've already announced. What sucks is there was something I thought of which I thought would be a great idea, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. The characters. But we're doing Only Human Rodimus and Only Human RC. And I don't think I have... Yeah, I've got some more info on them coming, but I probably don't have anything right now just because I'm kind of focused on just keeping the talk pop con. But yeah, we'll definitely have some more info on all the club stuff, the club exclusives. The plan is for them to be carded, like kind of the G.I. Joe carded style. So it'll be cool. I mean, the packaging. I mean, that packaging for the Marissa and the
Afterburner,
and then the old Snake turned out great. We just finished the packaging for Skywarp for the club. It looks phenomenal. Totally suits the character. People are going to love it. I think we're going to reveal that actually in the next issue of the Club magazine. So if you're not I will talk about the club. If you're not a Transformers Club Collector Club member, you need to sign up. Sign up because we are going to show the next issue. Aside from the fact that you get all 36 pages of the club comic story of Mayhem and I said it wrong. Of Masters and Mayhem. You get a full set, the full 6 issues, the full set of 6 issues. Going to show Ramjet in the next issue. Going to show Skywarp. Going to do some PFSS 5.0 reveals. Got another article. The last issue had or the issue before last had a look at a never before seen Counterpunch. We've got some more stuff never before seen. So, people kind of like to say, well, what do you get? You know what? It's just 16 pages. What do you get? Well, there's always cover to cover. There's stuff that you've never seen, never read. We try to make sure that the people get something cool out of every issue. So, again, something we've changed through the years to make it even more, desirable. So, I feel like there's something else too in there that we're going to show, and I can't remember what. I think that was it actually. Ramjet, Skywarp, DFS 5.0, and some never-before-seen concepts from the 80s.
Okay, I got one last question. This is from Sam. He says, for the non-attendee, do they charge you right away or whenever they ship it?
We charge you when you sign up, when you register, when you go into the registration system. We will charge you right away. So I almost forgot. I wanted to. You can't really tell on this, especially from the screen. But if you look at the Ravage, this was the one thing we did kind of come back and say, hey, can we modify this a little bit? They said no, we can't. The timing doesn't work out. You know, as soon as we got the sample, we literally asked for a modification that day. They said it wasn't possible. But the Ravage, and I don't think, let me put up here so I can see what I'm doing here. All right. The Ravage sits a little bit. The Ravage head sits just a little bit higher on the ball joint than I wanted it to. The great thing about it is, so that is the way. I guess they just couldn't go any lower. You look at where it is. The awesome thing about it is that there's a really easy modification you can do, and then all of a sudden it sits flat if that's the way you want it, and actually turns, works just fine. So if anybody knows Sean Tessman, I'm going to have him. This is the plan. Have him at the info booth, and if people want him to do the quick modification, it just takes. And I did this my first try, and it worked quickly. Just something you got to do the head real quick, and they can modify it, and then it can sit flat if you want it, which I don't think probably was possible in the first place because of the way the ball joint worked. But I prefer it this way, and then if you want to leave it the other way, you leave it that way. But the funny thing is that it's once you do it, I mean, you can apply pressure, and it works just fine to turn it anyway. So that's something we'll be offering. If people want it, like I said, they can keep it either way. If you want to leave it the way it is, that's fine too. Then you can look down and kind of look up, kind of the way they're supposed to. But that's Ravage. So that's that. Again, just trying to make sure we communicate everything out there so people know, and trying to keep people, all the information. Best that I got it.
Okay, one little quick thing here. When is the registration cutoff date?
Well, it's if we sell out, that's the cutoff date. If we don't sell out, it goes through March something, and I don't know off the top of my head. But you will get plenty of advance notice. Hopefully, we rely on, well, you don't want to always completely rely on other sources. So the best way to always be in the loop is to follow us on Facebook, or like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter. A lot of the fan sites, Cybertron, BWTF, Unicron, AllSpark, just check out one of those sites. They'll usually carry everything. Make sure you just kind of, keep everything. Just keep it all. Just go everywhere. Don't just rely on one place. So.
All right, Pete. Well, I want to thank you for coming on, man. Definitely appreciate it. I definitely appreciate you showing off the in-hand figures there and answering some questions. So, hopefully the viewers, they enjoyed it, got something out of it.
Yeah, and if tweet at us, ask us stuff on Facebook. We answer what we can. But we're excited for this year's show. I can't believe it's only. It's less than 3 months now, so sometimes it feels like all of a sudden it's going to be like right here. So we're just going to keep busting it out. Like I said, stay tuned to BotCon.com. We will have more updates. We've got a full reveal Monday, and I think that's it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for more reveals, more info, more news.
All right, man. Talk to you later. Appreciate you coming on.
All right, thanks, guys.
See you later, man.
See you.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get into the screen share part. Let's see. And we're going to start off with the collection spotlight. This is Daltonians TFs.
Got a nice healthy Lego section here.
Yes.
A whole lot of foot pain is what I'm seeing.
Foot pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if they're if they're like hidden in the carpet and you step on them.
I know what happens to Koda.
I know, Josh. You're old. I mean, you understand more than I do.
Him and I had Legos before that was all about buying these sets. You just
I had regular just multicolored bricks. That's all it was.
Oh, you did.
Yeah, dude. I grew up good with Legos.
I got the masterpiece going on. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. Pepsi Prime.
We're gonna have to take points off the collection for a little bit of dust here and a little chip in the wood.
And there's no glass. It's not behind glass.
Yeah, I mean your grade's going down, buddy. I'm sorry.
We asked for professional photos.
I see some stuff I used to own in this. Dom, when are you gonna get an Encore Fort Max to put that Warden on? We got the Chug Supreme over here.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Perfect Effect really does make Superion look so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And does he have the second set too, or just the hands and feet?
Oh, looks like hands and feet, because the second set came with something for the thighs, didn't it?
No, it was the chest and the head.
I don't know. I don't see anything on the chest. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
though.
There's another company doing thighs.
Nice. Got us a nice records display with some Season 3 and more than meets the eye. Awesome.
Cool. Debbie.
Dude, how awesome would it be if that Devastator could hold Nerfa and Megatron?
Little segregation there.
You got Megatron with all of his Seekers and...
Shockwave looks like he's like, I got kicked out of the elite group, man.
They made me small.
I'm not gonna say it. I'll tell you later. I got some third party in there.
Yeah.
Got a little bit of IP infringement. That's what I like to say. No, it's.
I wonder who you stole that from.
It's the other one on the other side, but yeah.
Chaos Paladin looks good in there.
Yeah. Black Shadow needs to be the forefront.
Yeah, I'll agree. But we'll give you a solid A minus. And then
Oh, nice. Yeah. I like the animated stuff. Still
I'm
think
digging
that's
that
probably the
Armada,
best.
that like Energon or Unicron trilogy kind of shelf right there. That's a line that needs to be fleshed out so bad.
You like the third party companies doing some of this since like
Man.
Hasbro's kind of like, okay, we're done with that now.
Yeah.
Still picking it up.
More than like, it depends on what they do, because I think right now, like I think the Prime, depending on how good that Prime looks and turns out, I may kind of get these out of a box somewhere and start a little shelf for them.
I started rewatching Transformers Prime. It's a good show.
Oh yeah. You know, the toys weren't half bad except for Arachnid. Didn't care for Arachnid. And like I just sold the whole collection off whenever I couldn't find that and we didn't get Breakdown stateside.
Yeah, that was a big letdown.
Mm-hmm. I've got us a movie shelf.
Oh, Dalton, what are you doing? All right, and that is it. So definitely appreciate you sending it in.
Cool.
And this was my first poll, and I asked people on Twitter. I said, "What is autonomous to you in the Transformers community?" 56 votes. 68% says not all heroes wear capes, and 32% said villain.
A warm, cuddly teddy bear.
Kept on like, what is this even about? I'm like, just don't worry about it. Let it happen.
just let it happen.
I wanted to give them a taste of like, when we all share the room at BotCon, this is the type of ridiculous stuff you can expect for like the next 5 days. All right, so taking a look at the new Titans Return Soundwave. You liking it?
Well, it's not the masterpiece. So, I mean, I don't know.
Jim, we've seen a blaster. Now, to get this guy, you kind of thought we probably would. I believe the mold is, if not the exact same, pretty similar. Obviously, putting it together, engineering is the same. What do you think about this guy?
Okay, I think it's cool that we get a leader. So now we have Soundwave, Starscream, and Megatron as leaders. But I mean, I don't know. Making him a base is kind of weird. So.
Okay, James.
Is Dakota done?
he's
I don't know. I'm still thinking.
All right. Unless we have 2 James on here, but it works. I mean, if you can't afford the masterpiece and you are a chug collector, you could go for this. It works, but I don't know. I mean, it's modernized, cool. It's not your typical tape deck, but it is going to be at a price point where people will be satisfied with. At the leader class, what, $45? Does what it's supposed to do. Goes with the gimmick of all the rest of the Titan War stuff. So, sure. And like what Dakota said, you get the leader class for Soundwave now with Megatron and all the Seekers and all that type of stuff.
I think Soundwave and Blaster should have been The Pill by Dre.
God.
Make them really modern.
It's kind of cool that you can put the little guy in, some of the little cassettes. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I think he looks cute in there. I guess it is all right.
Yeah.
I think it does fill that spot where people wanted all those leaders, so it's one you had to have. I couldn't find clear pictures of this, but of the blur.
I hope Takara makes it pretty, but I like the design. I've always liked the G1 blur design.
Now, Jim, I know blur is blue. Basically, it's two-tone. Maybe it's because the picture isn't clear and we're not seeing all the details.
But is there ever too much blue?
I'm sure if Takara releases, it's going to be more movie color. It'll look better. I'm sure Hasbro's going to go with the darker. Standard, typical practice that we're accustomed to.
It just seems like there would be more paint details you'd be able to apply than just, right here and then throw the, a little bit more breakup, I guess, is what I'm looking for. I think that's what's kind of taken away from the figure.
Yeah.
But design-wise, it looks pretty good.
It would be cool if you could get one of the other little Titan Masters to actually ride in there, because he had an open cockpit, didn't he?
It looks like it opens.
Yeah. Or at least there's that, little latch right there.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
All right, and some prototype, or the other test shot of the Masterpiece Ironhide. Main reason I wanted to show this off is something I hadn't really noticed before, but you see the G1 toy face in there. You think that's a nice little nod?
That's neat.
Yeah.
I mean, the window's going to be that kind of blue anyways, but it's neat that they threw it in there, I think.
It's still weird that the sled's on the floor.
Oh, it doesn't have the tracks up underneath?
Yeah, I mean, you put your plate of food on the floor, or would you put it on a table? I mean, I don't know. That's just me.
Think there may be any tracks up under there? I could have swore we saw pictures with the tracks out, but
I don't see where they'd go.
yeah, I'm not sure where they would either.
Them buns, though. I mean, them wheels. Excuse me, them wheels.
I think I'm still going to be perfectly fine with this Ironhide. Oh,
Yeah,
that's
especially
stuff
for
you
like
get,
what,
too.
$80 or
Yeah, I know.
90, however much it is.
You do get quite a bit of accessories. That's cool.
It'll be fun to take pictures with. All right, and showing with the box, I believe this is final now. Jim, I know you collect quite a few of the kind of third-party masterpiece scale figures. I would think that Takara would release Inferno and Grapple pretty soon in their line. Is this something that you'd still like go ahead and pick up, even though Takara's probably right around the corner?
Yeah, I like it. I do like the look of it, but I'm again kind of hesitant on it right now. Now, as far as Make Toys' Gundog, the cartoon color, yeah, I went with that just because I think that Takara is going to give us more of a toy-accurate look. So I think I'm safe there. But here, yeah, I'll probably wait. Unless I really like the character. But that does look good, though.
There's the buddy.
Now, wasn't there some deal with the Wrestle figure there that it's like their website or there's a, to get it early? There's so many being released, or is it just standard? I thought there was something with it, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
I don't remember.
But yeah, this guy looks good. Put him next to the Devastator from Toy World.
I'll find yourself a hoist
Yeah.
and grapple.
Wow.
Now, Dakota, you collect any masterpiece scale third parties?
No, I don't. But it looks nice.
Yeah.
I got a feeling Takara's going to shell one out before too long, anyways. So.
I'm just hoping the transformation's not very complex. Make Toys likes to do that.
Still on that Combiner Wars high, are you?
This I'll buy, though, because I don't think Takara's going to get anywhere near the Target Masters.
Yeah, this looks really good. I don't think they've shown this in the alt mode, have they?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't seen it either. But Make Toys is really kind of itching me on going ahead and picking up their headmasters and now kind of their target masters because, like you say, it's one of those things that once the card gets it, Jim, we're gonna be like in our 60s.
Oh yeah, we won't even remember what Transformers is all about.
It'll be a totally new design team. Lego would have bought Hasbro at that point.
It'll be the rise of the GoBots.
By that
Yeah,
time,
this
they
looks-
start doing Masterpiece Beast Wars figures, and then Hasbro ends up going under.
Well, fortunately that won't happen because they're going to be great. But yeah, this looks awesome. I'm glad to see kind of a more Japanese approach. So,
Everything looked right to you as far as animation, everything right, Jim?
Yeah, looks good to me.
Yeah.
Oh, he fits
Yeah.
in scale with their Chrome Dome or Cupola.
Oh, they stole each other's guns.
He should just try and put his head on him. Take your head off.
That face sculpt is really good, or that head sculpt on him is really nice.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I love the Target Masters because they were like the elite team in the Headmaster series.
Take care of this, man.
Take care of what?
He's already given a warning once, so. All right, Gigapower. Was it Graviter?
Where's their Grasser? Where's their
Is that-
Slag?
Didn't that one come out already? Which one?
No. They
No.
just came out with Gutter or whatever his name is,
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
Chrome
right.
version, which sold out, which is a beast. I love that thing. Yes, I didn't go Fans Toys. Sorry to anyone that loves Fans Toys. I went Gigapower.
Oh, you ended up buying? You're buying into the Gigapower?
Yeah, I bought Gigapower's Gutter, the Chrome. I saw
Oh,
that and I
okay.
was like,
So you're doing the Fans Project too, and the Fans Toys.
well, Fans Project's for my, chug shelf. This is Masterpiece. You're talking G Creations as the other kind of semi-chug. Gigapower here is with the Fans Toys. I'm not doing Fans Toys. Sorry, I don't know. I'm new to doing this podcasting. Sorry, it's been a while.
All right, so we did look at the this whatever sludge for Fans Toys last week. Now we kind of see that they've got a little bit of the articulation in the neck too. So
Yeah, that's a make or break. I think they need to put articulation in the neck.
like I don't see it here, but I do see it here. Where we saw in the Fans Toys, it had it like here and it had it here, and it was
Yeah.
going up and down and like I think side to side as well.
Yeah, it's not too bad. But I don't like the fact that I don't know what Gigapower's up to if they're going to do a normal retail. They can't fool us twice. I'm hoping they don't. A metal kind of look, and then they do the chrome afterwards. I'm hoping they come out at the same time.
Yeah, like you pick one or two, because that's the one thing that I hate. You know what? We're gonna get into that because Batman animated series, they're doing some crap like that too. Where they come out with the one thing, you're like, all right, that's the one,
Oh yeah, there I saw
want
that.
it, and then
Bastards.
like a month later, oh, here's another version that's better.
Yeah,
the one that you
superior.
really wanted. And it's like, dude, you came out with this just a month, so you knew you were doing it.
Yeah. Then the little to entice you more, they give you something that's really awesome. Like really.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna tear into it as soon as we get done with that section. All right, so take a look at Toy World. I believe it is Toy World.
What the hell was his hand?
Yeah. Is that some type of, I don't know, Dragon Ball Z type pose or something? What is that?
Is he doing the Destructo Disc, James?
Yeah, he might be. A little Krillin. He needs a wider stance though in his legs.
Oh yeah. They don't need a whole lot of ankle run.
Oh, there we
Wow.
go. That's what they're doing. Jeez.
Wow.
That's ballsy.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I know what I'm going to be displaying. That's funny. Now, if we see a small child, that would be even better.
And then a pack of smokes. Just.
I just can't. I don't know what scale it is unless I see the cigarette package next to it.
It's pretty nimble. I like it. Oh, look at that. They can
Oh
hold.
wow.
I don't know how many
Lot of
ounces
water.
that is.
I just buy that just to. You can hold on to my keys. Just put it next to the door.
That or it's like the coat rack. He just has his arm out and just hang coats up on it.
Quite a bit of articulation there in the hand.
Yeah. That's a strong joint, but the strength in that joint, is it going to be a little bit of a pill to move and adjust without breaking the plastic around it? That's what I'd be concerned with. Peace. Cool. Where's the other one? Where's my number one sign?
What is that? What does that mean right there?
I'm not converting anything.
Not pounds. Nope. 2,972 pounds.
Kilograms, the grams.
Freight is going to be awful.
Got a little bit of white powder next to that scale.
All right, I just got this one picture, but of the Mastermind Creations Nova. You like?
Look at that. Look at
Jim,
that sick hand
I know you went make toys.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little hand cannon he's got.
Little pistol.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude. This thing's pretty expensive. Like, what is it? 89 for the core bot, and then 150 or something like that for the whole trailer and everything.
Yeah.
It's tempting, but dang, dude. Like, there's the Make Toys one. I don't know. I might
Add-on
want.
kit for the other one.
Yeah, we got so many Nova Prime options, but I like the core robot in this because you could use it as a Prima.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, man, $90 for that. So,
Are you sure on the price? Because you need to be at least within $10. Because if you don't, then they're just gonna tear us up in the comments.
I know, but unfortunately,
$199 for the whole set because it's an early bird special supposedly.
I was gonna say, fortunately, Josh, it's on your channel, so I don't have to deal with the comments.
But if you like this, you're gonna buy it regardless. Me
Yeah.
personally, it's cool looking, but I want to jump on board with the Carnifex. Let's see that.
Mhm.
I want the Overlord.
Oh yeah, I
wish
want
that-
to see some more of that.
I wish that dark blue could have been black though. But other than that.
All right, so Fans Project, they put out this announcement because of the shells. I'm not going to read this whole thing here, but it is pasted on Fans Project's Facebook page, and I reposted it or shared it as well.
Come
But
on, read it.
they are going to end up making these, but they're going to be expensive. So
no longer an exclusive to the cons.
right, it says we do want everyone to know that the Dino figures themselves are fully complete, and you won't miss out on any of the fun without the shells. Each figure comes with everything you can buy to the full figure. Please consider this when buying. The shells are non-transformable, a very high price, and will take a massive amount of space from your existing toy displays. So you will be able to buy them
It's like, please don't buy. Is that what they're trying to say?
Well, they're letting you know that they're going to be expensive as hell, so, and they're going to take up a ton of room. So
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
pretty
kind of
big.
like, heads up. Not one of those things. They don't want you to, come in, think that, oh, yeah, I'm going to get this, and then see that the price on it and just be like, oh my god, why do they want so much for them? So.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a pass.
All right, I did want to share. We never really share Repro label stuff, but I wanted to share this for Thunderclash, man.
Yep.
That's pretty
God.
cool.
I have that on order.
That is a sweet set right there. Completely changes it.
Yep. You got the nice little chest piece, the wings, $15. Get yourself the Battle Core or whatever that white prime is. Nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Better than the Botcon. No offense, Pete. Not a fan of the Rodimus. Rodimus mold's good, but that chest piece sucks. Chest sticker, emblem, whatever. Looks good.
And what's that third-party company that's doing the add-on for this to make them Nova Prime?
I can't remember the name, but I know it looks awesome. Depending on price, that'd probably be the way to go over the MMC version. Honestly.
Okay, so now we're out of the Transformers. I just wanted to throw this in there for Dakota. It's something that he's had his eye on, and you can get this at HLJ.
I'm so glad it's in stock and available, and I'm not gonna have to pay scalper prices for it.
Lucky Chloe from Tekken 7.
All right, so never really bring up Legos, but it is Batman. It's a Batcave, and Jamie, you're taking a look at this. What's
Yep.
some of the things? This comes with a lot, but what was some of the key things you noticed that were missing?
No Batgirl and
Oh no!
Batgirl motorcycle. That's what I want.
Well, there's one of my girls, but my Batgirl. Dude, that's
They should give us all 3 versions of Catwoman, though.
dude. The only one I care about is Julie Newmar.
There you go.
Dude, she's like one of my most favorite women ever. That's why I'm so fascinated with Catwoman, because watching the reruns of the '66 Batman.
And then, oh man.
I do like this on a little bitty figure,
Yeah.
Well, light blue. That's nice.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, there's even some little bats hanging and stuff.
Yeah, that's nice. It's like this is based off the movie. Because they got the chopper
yeah?
there and all that type of
You
stuff.
think it's gonna have the bat repellent or spray and the chopper?
That would be cool. It's got the red phone up there. It's got everything. Gosh. That's so nice.
The little thing to pull back the head button.
I know it's kind of late, but S&D and Beelzebubs are gonna make Nova Prime add-ons.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Boss is
That's
good.
what it
Yeah.
was. Yeah,
Yeah.
the Beelzebub, man. That's the one that I was like, dude.
That one's sick. It's like they use the shoulders and that's it. Like that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I don't know where they put the bat spray in there. A little bitty thing.
He's got the little stash too, just like the guy from the
I
movie.
just
That's great.
noticed that. Yeah, because
great.
he refused to like shave it. He was like, no, just paint over it.
Yep.
Okay, that's some nice detail. I like
The
that.
scaling of the wall, that's nice. That's cool.
The thing whenever you look at these like Lego sets, I always notice that there's always like these little jokes about them that they do. I love that.
I think Roman's a little happy there. Too happy. Burt
Yeah.
Ward. I don't know. I don't know if Burt Ward's like proud of that right there. I finally made it.
It's his mounting like accomplishment.
Oh man, I think it was something else. I won't go into it though. that someone's gonna make fun of this with. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's got the little thing so that they'll spin around. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Bert.
Cool.
All right, moving on. This once canceled set. Well, you're going to be able to get it. It's going to be a 6-pack of figures, and it's going to sell for $70. Yep. So I'm going to buy it. Batman.
Gonna have to have it, huh?
Well,
What Batman fan's going to pass up on the chance to get a bright pink Batman? So.
I would. Maybe.
Yep. So, all those shall be mine.
That's cool.
All right. So this is one of the things that this really got under my skin because, you just bought these two. This not even 2 months ago, the Batmobile came out. And they're going to release this now as a set where, let's see how much it's going to be. $175. So you're going to get, I guess, metallic silver. I'm fine with the way my Batmobile looks right now, but now this silver is going to be metallic. You're going to get this an additional light-up bat signal, and these capes are going to be cloth instead of the rubber.
Oh. Talk you into buying a second one, did they?
I just want the 2 figure. I'll buy the 2 figures again with the cloth capes and then throw in the bat signal. I don't need another Batmobile, and just because it has some metallic paint here.
Yeah, I wish this was on the aftercast because I'd go into more descriptive. But I hate the fact that they did this. I think Mattel is full of it, just for the fact that they claimed, hey, you can put your Batman and Robin DC collectibles into this Batmobile, the original. This is the same mold, and it won't hinder. Yes, you get a little bit of a pop, but you got the seatbelt to kind of weigh them down or keep them down in a way. I think that they heard enough complaints, or hey, this is adult collectible. I don't have the smallest little fingers to get in there to do all that, and now we'll just do cloth capes. This is exactly what Mattel does, Matty Collector. But I do like that bat signal. But I don't know, $175.
I don't know if I can justify that.
That's
a big chunk of change. I mean, what was a Batmobile all by itself? Was it $90?
Yeah, it was like $85 to $90.
Okay, so $90, and then the figures are let's just say BBTS, so $90, and then each figure was $22.
Yeah.
So you're talking about maybe $135 is what this would cost. The Batmobile, the 2 figures, $135 for the originals. So you mean that this light-up thing cost $40?
Yeah. And if you did the Dark Knight Trilogy Masterpiece or whatever figures, you got that. That was the build-a kind of figure in there. But BBTS does have this pre-ordered for $140, which is nice. But
that ain't too bad.
Still, though, that's a slap in the face, in my opinion.
It is. And it pissed me off.
Should have an armor mode or something.
That's not the only thing that pissed me off this week about the toy stuff, but that's later towards the end. But this is going to be a Marvel Shop Disney Store exclusive Spectacular Spider-Man.
Yeah, it's not going to be that. It will be an exclusive for a while, but then it will be released.
They'll mass retail it, and it'll just be 2 separate figures with switch. One's got the Peter Parker head, one's got the Spider-Man head. That's the.
Yeah, they did it with Thor. They did it with Hawkman. They did it with a lot like Black Widow. Those were exclusives, but not anymore. Looks good though.
You'll be able to find it in Hastings 3 weeks after it's an exclusive.
I mean, maybe they take something away. You think? Maybe the camera.
Maybe, but I doubt it.
Yeah, I think the mask, the face, and the actual the loose mask. I think those would probably go away, but even then, probably not.
They probably will go away, but they'll probably not.
I doubt it. I think they'll just release it. I think the Disney Store just wants the claim right now for it.
It's kind of like one of those things with the PlayStation and Xbox where it's like, hey, Tomb Raider's exclusive here. Well, it's a timely exclusive.
Yeah.
That's what it is. All right, so the Diamond Select Toys Ghostbusters. By buying these figures, you're going to be able to come with these rooftop pieces to make a diorama.
Oh, that's
But
cool.
it's not going to be for the Toys R Us releases. They don't contain those. So if you want those, you got to go pay extra money at some other places, like comic and specialty shops.
And you have to buy. There's 15 in the line, isn't there? They have to buy to get the diorama.
And they got I opened because I bought the first 3, and the first one, Ray's hand broke off, and with the ball joint still stuck inside his hand, and then they come with a stream to stick into the their beam, the beam to stick in the what's it called, the proton pack, the end of it, whatever. The dangerous end. There's no hole drilled in there. You just stick it in there. So that's like what? Oh, and colors are not final. Like right here, like they didn't drill the holes at the end where you could put the stream in. Which is like complete laziness, so why even include the stream? That's why they probably don't have them displayed here.
They just assumed you didn't read the fine print. Dremel kit is needed for this particular toy. That's impressive, but do you get even a Gozer? It's got to be one of the figures.
You know what? If this doesn't break apart and Sigourney Weaver can be shown inside, then it's not worth it.
And those are too small. I'd use the NECA ones back in the day.
Yeah. Hey, you don't even need that. I mean, do you want an awesome diorama? You just need some styrofoam, some paint and glue.
Yep. She did the mini mates.
All right, NECA's got a couple of things. This is going to be hitting stores pretty soon. I think I saw this at Hastings just a couple of days ago. So, but this is going to be the ultimate release of T1000.
That's cool. To go with the Sarah Connor and the T800.
Yeah,
That's
I saw
nice.
the Sarah Connor.
Scary.
Well.
A
Yeah,
little scary.
she's not. She's no Julie Newmar. And everything you come with. I mean, I'm glad that they finally put some articulation here at the knees and stuff, and the thighs. Pretty good.
You gotta love all the little accessories.
Yeah. All right, and this is the Alien 3. This is what's his name? Wayland. So, Mando suit. I don't remember that from Alien 3. I mean, maybe I need to rewatch it.
Oh, at the very end
Okay, I need to go
They come
rewatch it.
to yeah, they come in and you see Wayland, but it's not really Wayland or Bishop, I guess. Spoiler if anyone haven't seen Alien 3, sorry.
Dude, it's
Dude,
gonna
there's
happen.
there's someone's like, oh, Game is back on all his accounts. Time to tell him how he spoilt something that was like over 20 years old. All right, Batman vs Superman Play Arts Kai.
Mm.
I guess their style kind of works with this new Batman from this movie because they're all about that big, bulky and beefy stuff. To where my Batman, Michael Keaton, he wouldn't look all right with all this.
Petite.
Yeah. But what do you think? You think this one looks pretty good?
For Play Arts Guy, yeah. I'd probably pick it up.
curious if they're gonna have like another cape or maybe cape accessories.
Maybe. I wish that the ears were just a tad bit longer. He looks more like, I don't know, like an owl man, or I don't know.
Is
Something.
that accurate to the film, or is it even shorter than what it shows in the film?
I think it's just a tad bit shorter. But I don't know. I mean, who knows? It's not like they should have consulted with me, but oh well. I do like it. It reminds me a lot of The Dark Knight Returns.
When accessories. Okay.
Curious to see if they'll do a Play Arts Kai Wonder Woman off the movie.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen.
All right, and Sideshow is going to be doing the Beetlejuice. It's going to be a 12-inch figure. It's going to come with a tombstone, too. A couple of Hot Toys updates. Originally, this was going to be limited. This is basically the Star Wars Battlefront Shock Trooper for the Star 6-inch Blackline series. They were exclusive to Walmart. This was also going to be limited and exclusive as well, or was it? I think it was going to be like 400 made or something like that. Well, whatever the case may be. Not anymore. Apparently, fans said that they really wanted this thing, so now it's going to be available for everyone. So you're going to be able to buy as many as you want.
Cool.
And anyone can buy them.
Anyone can buy them. All right, cool. So.
Yeah, now, Dakota, I know you're one of those people that are like, I like it more when it's exclusive, and, you know, because you like that stuff.
I mean, that's the kind of guy I am.
Me personally, I just think it's a pain to try to track all the stuff down from all these different places. And everyone had an exclusive on the Blackline series through Christmas. Like, there was, like, the gas station exclusive. I mean, it was just impossible to track it all
Dude,
down.
I got that one. That was cool. I like that one. Smells good. Sorry.
I don't like store exclusive though. I like exclusives.
Well, this was going to be exclusive.
Yeah, no.
Maybe next time. You're gonna troop build them, but now you're like, I don't even want one.
I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put in an order for half of them. Take them all out, display them outside.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if they did keep the number 400, but they're not exclusive? So.
Oh, dude, that would.
They got like 2, 3.
All right, so a little update on Rey. She also comes with a BB-8. She is going to come with a lightsaber and also the little goggles and mask thing that you see her in the beginning of the movie with. So I like the fact that you're going to get all these, these additional accessories with her. She's one that I'm going to end up picking up. I've already bought 2. They come in February. I'm buying 2 more.
All right, so when you go and cosplay, and if there's someone else, because you're going as Kylo Ren,
right?
If someone's cosplaying as Rey, I want you to pick a fight with her. I want you to get up there with your lightsaber and like, let's go.
Well, I guess it's time for me to announce I'll be cosplaying as Rey.
That's what I was thinking. That would be good. But,
oh my goodness.
Didn't I try to? Who did I say that I wanted you to buy their costume? Deadpool. I was trying to see if you wanted to buy that Deadpool costume.
It's probably not gonna happen, but I'll totally cosplay as Rey and we can fight.
Based off your Sailor Moon outfits.
Yeah. I'll just sew them all together.
Look, I mean, the whole reason why you didn't want to buy the Deadpool one is because you weren't showing enough skin. I mean, look at Rey.
Yeah,
she's showing a little skin up in here.
Come on, just alter it a little bit. Mix between Rey and maybe Slave Leia, and you'll be fine. Good to go.
When I went to Walmart, I posted it on Instagram. They had these body pillows with like stormtrooper heads. I'm like, yo, where the Rey body pillows at? I need one to put it right next to my RC body pillow.
God.
Keep me warm at night.
Oh man.
Yes, so be getting her, man. She looks pretty sweet. She's Jedi, so it makes her a must-have. I really hope I'm not spoiling anything here. I mean, the thing's been out for like what over
I mean,
almost a
you
month.
see her with a lightsaber. Like, I don't know. It shouldn't be a spoiler.
No, I'm not gonna see it. I hate Star Wars now.
There's all the stuff there.
I'm
So
going pro Trekkie now.
she comes with a ton of stuff, so I'm excited. All right, this is the other thing that I wanted to talk about is the Mattel Thundercat subscription. Had a little update. They dropped 2 figures. It
Yeah.
was
Jaga and Groon.
correct. I wanted both of those. I want them all. Why do you think they dropped the 2?
Yes, sir. Well, I can't say it. But,
You almost let it slip. I had a moment like that last week.
they probably made it. I don't know. Maybe production. They didn't get them in hand fast enough. I don't know, or because if you notice, they pushed the month too. Their lineup was supposed to come out in July. Now it's September, and I don't know. But they didn't push the date of the subscription though. It's still live now. It goes till February 26th. So it's kind of weird. Maybe they wanted to showcase more at San Diego Comic-Con, and then you could get into it. But they're going to reopen the subscription around then too.
Yeah. And now there was also a price hike as well, and now
Yep.
they're going to be $30 each. I don't. The Masters of the Universe, what are they? 20?
28, 25,
20? It's
25.
either 20 or 27 or something. Okay.
I don't know. I got the subscription. They take money from me.
That's what I did. Yeah. So this is something I'm a little disappointed about.
I'm disappointed with the. Who was it? Optibotimus saying something about he didn't buy into this because he just wants his core guys. And
He was like he doesn't want Jackalman, and you know what? Jackalman fans, we were upset about that.
yeah, that's how you got your voted as a villain. I'm sorry. But I think if they really wanted this to succeed, they should have gone Mumra, the subscription-only figure. I don't care which one. It could be old bandage-faced or, the big, steroid junkie-looking one. But I think they should have gone with Tigra, Chitara. Why Pomra or Pumra, whatever? That's your female body, and you're going with, like, the second season gal instead of Chitara. Why not Chitara?
Lino's girl right there, man.
So I don't know. I mean, it's like throwing in Bengali or I don't know, one of the lunatics or whatever they're called. But it works. It's cool. I think it's going to be good. I'm just hoping a lot of people are like scared, like, well, what if it doesn't succeed? This is all we're going to get. Come on, this is Maddie.
Dude,
They're going to tell you it's not going to succeed, then it's going to succeed, and yeah.
Now, if they start that thermometer crap again, man, that's...
Yeah, I tweeted that out. I was like, when is that going to happen? One of the scare tactics. We don't know if we're going to do it. So if you want, buy multiple subscriptions, please. Like, yeah, right.
Jeez, dude. I haven't signed up yet, but I will this weekend. I just haven't got around to doing it.
Yeah, I did, and it's
Someone
Just
will tell
get it
us
done with,
what they
and
all
it's done.
say.
All right, we're gonna let's get rid of those, and we're not gonna do that game. But hey, one game
55 nostalgic times.
from the 80s and 90s, and this is from
Troll figure back there.
All Women's. Oh, is it All Women's Talk or All Women's Stock?
All women stock. I'm gonna go with.
That's
yeah,
what I'm
let's
gonna
go
go
with
with.
Stalk.
All right. Just simple yes or no. Do you remember it is a thing. Not that you had it. Do you remember it?
Yes.
Yes.
Got one now.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Oh God,
yeah.
I remember those things.
Okay.
Those things were weird
Oh,
and creepy.
man, they were so like... Oh, James, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I know. I already know. You still have one. I know what you do with it.
the whole the late night
Yes.
simulcast. Yeah, I remember that.
That's on a
That
different,
annoyed
that's
my
on a different
folks.
kind of tube. Yeah, I remember those.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I don't remember those.
Remember that show?
Not the mama.
Yeah, Friday.
Yes.
Nope.
Glowworms, yeah.
Yeah, man. Had our glowworms. Yes.
Hogs.
My brother had those.
God.
Nope.
Trash bags littered with that.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I still got mine.
Yes.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, the slime or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it smelled.
Double
like,
Dare.
yeah,
Oh my
Jack
goodness.
Jack was more of kind of like a foam stuff. Now.
Yeah. But it had like
What
a,
is it? Yes, my brother
Oh.
had that.
Are those the little shaky guy? You shake them and it feeds them or something like that?
Yeah, it's you
Gotta
have a
take
little
care of
pet.
them.
Yeah.
I
If
would
you
like
neglect
jack
it,
my
they just
brothers.
run away. I had one that was a Pikachu.
Dude, I would jack my brothers from them and then like kill them, like not feed them, and just like hide it, and then I give it back to him in a week later. He gets so pissed over that. Oh yeah, one of the best.
Mouse trap.
So morbid in the G1 Hexatron hells.
Well, back in the day, we just had pet rocks. We didn't have these electronic things.
So sad in the Victory Saber 77 house.
That's what my kids have. Where's that pet rock? You didn't feed it? Oh,
Yes, on the fish game.
yeah,
Too.
I have that game. now.
Yeah.
Skydance. Yes, on those. is what
Oh,
you're saying?
you flip those and they'd fly in the air, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I remember.
I don't know why
those.
I'm not.
I
saying
remember the
I had
commercial.
those.
Yeah, Dakota, you had them?
No. I don't remember.
Did you play with them with your silly spaghetti chick?
Dude,
Silly, I saw that.
Say what you will about Betty Spaghetti, okay? But
Out of all the stuff.
out of all the stuff, dude, that was it. Like, that was ridiculous. Like, there's no rhyme or reason for that.
I don't know. Dear Diary.
I don't think I remember that.
Talks back to you. Guess who?
Yes.
Yeah.
McDonald's toys, yes. Just that's
Yeah.
very general. McDonald's toys. Yes.
Yeah.
They made a cool cartoon on it too. Yes.
Magic
That's basically like
Ooh, I remember Poochie Robot Dog.
I don't. Popples, yes.
Yeah.
Etch a Sketch, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
What?
The hell is
Nope.
No.
Dude, this has got to be
Clips.
up
Oh,
Dakota's alley because I'm seeing NSYNC, Britney Spears, and
those are little music chip cards. If you got their
That's
little.
right, they had
player.
like one song on them, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they weren't even full songs. It seemed like.
Viewmaster, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Koosh Ball, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Silly Putty, yes.
Yeah.
Bubble necklaces, I remember.
No.
Or the gel bracelets that we had back in the day.
Puppy Surprise.
Ooh. Just keep on reaching in there and pulling them out.
Pound puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody knows.
My
at
my
least
son
that's
wants
from.
one of those. Yeah, from Home Alone 2.
Operation, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
those are alright. Just basically glow in the dark stars. Slap bracelets, yeah.
Yeah.
They say snap, we always call them slap.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you slap somebody with them.
Skip it.
Skip it.
Yeah. Full House.
Full House, oh my
I don't know
goodness.
about any toys of theirs.
No.
Yeah, the twins were popular. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those. Just the simplest little thing.
Oh, yeah, you press down on them and, like, they pop up in, like, 3 seconds. No.
No.
What is that? No. Okay, that's no. Yes for Teddy.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, but that's like current now. My daughter has those. So.
All right. Doctor set? Yes, had
Yeah.
that.
Nope.
You didn't have the Fisher Price doctor set?
No. Parents said I wasn't educated enough.
Holy crap, that's a lot of hair.
Oh my God! Well,
I
it's
thought it was a
totally
dress
Red
or something she was
Barbie.
carrying.
I thought it was like someone had like a broom behind her. We're just missing the handle here, but. No, I don't remember that.
Oh, the yo-yo.
Just a yo-yo. Okay, yeah. Rainbow Bright, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Marzo, he'd be eating that up. Oh man, that's one of the best chick cartoons ever. Puppy in my pocket.
I
I
was
don't
more of
remember
a
that.
strawberry shortcake fan.
Moon shoes,
Moon shoes.
yeah. Dream phone, yeah.
What's that pogo thing that they had back in the day? Oh god, I remember that.
Pogo stick.
No, it was like 2 balls, half balls on.
Oh,
and
the
then
Bop
this-
It.
A pogo ball.
Yeah, pogo ball, and round thing that you put your feet on, and you just bounce around on it.
Dude, and you bust your ass in the garage.
Yeah.
They,
Didn't work too well on gravel.
They still make the Bop Its, don't they?
I don't know. Barbie makeup head?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Ooh, water rings.
Yeah.
So many hours of enjoyment.
Oh, God.
No.
I don't know if this is quite enjoyment. Girl talk?
I have that every Thursday. I mean, no, I don't.
No for me. Oh, yeah, dude. James, I know you had one of these. I think all of us did at one time.
Oh yeah, all the little needles, and you put stuff in there, and yeah.
And
Along with the little electricity ball and all that type of stuff. Yeah.
you bend one needle, it screws them all up. It screws
Oh
the
yeah,
whole
dude.
thing
It
up.
never.
Beanie Babies?
Yeah, I remember Beanie
those.
Babies.
Oh, yeah, creepy crawlers. Dude, I've burned the crap out of my hand on one of those things before. It's not very safe for kids.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
little sandal roller skates.
No.
Strawberry shortcake. They don't smell good after a while. Blossom.
What?
Oh my goodness. Blossom.
Shira, yeah.
Where's Marzo now?
And troll dolls for Marsdale.
Huh.
All right. All right, so I just remembered that, like, all the little news things I didn't cover at the very beginning. So I'm gonna go ahead and go down that list real quick. Connie Nelson has been cast as Wonder Woman's mother for the title character movie. 24 Legacy. It's not going to be centered around Jack Bauer.
That's stupid.
Man, I think
Like as an avid 24 fan, I'm kind of upset about that.
they said he's going to be one of the like producers or whatever, but he's been that on like all of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's his like entirety. I don't know without Kiefer in it. I mean, he better show up. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be about like a person in the military where they come home, and now they have to deal with stresses of coming home, and then they pair up with was it CTU or something
Yeah,
like
CTU.
that, whatever. So I was like, wow, that sounds.
Remember
awesome.
when they did that like 12 episode season of 24? It wasn't like a proper 24. Was
Yeah,
that a couple years ago?
it was 12.
Yeah, it was half of the season.
That's what it should have been called, because it was like, what was it, like live another day or die another day or something.
It was
I forget
yeah,
what
it
it
was. I know the hashtag was Jack is back, and that was like, but yeah, it was.
Well, some good news. Ridley Scott promises, and this is in quotes, a pretty hard R rating for Alien Covenant.
Well, that's how it should be. So that's good.
Jim, what?
Hmm?
You excited about this? One of the better movies that I've seen that's kept a really good R rating was Dread.
Yeah.
the new
Oh
Dread.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
they're trying to
think that-
pitch that into a TV show, aren't they?
Well, it was supposed to be, it's supposed to be either like a TV show or something like that, and then that fell through, and it was going to be a web series, and I think that fell through. It's like some poorly animated thing on YouTube, and I don't know, unfortunately, it just didn't go down too well. Like, man, that movie was great. I really wish they would have. I wish that would have done better, as far as sales go, because man, that was awesome.
But yeah, Dread, yeah, that's a good R. I can't really think of anything as far as like action recently that has that much. I mean, you'd think RoboCop? No, not really. That type of stuff.
Whenever he says a pretty hard R rating, that's what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking RoboCop Murphy getting his hand blown off, and then 50 bullets in him. Stuff that's really, really graphic. I remember having the the kids trading cards with him with his like. I had the one where it had his hand blown off. I'm like, these are definitely for kids. Can't go see the movie, but hey, I can just relive this image right here. Amber Heard cast as Mira in Aquaman movie.
That's still going.
The Chronicles of Narnia will get a full reboot and start with the Silver Chair.
See, the Chronicles of Narnia can
Not
continue
Silver
with
Chair the
that.
band, the fourth book. So. Heroes Reborn will not continue after the miniseries concludes. I'm bummed about that.
That is pretty sad.
That means that it's probably done forever now. George Miller says he's done with the Mad Max movies, but they're still like, hey,
What?
this was very successful. So he's done with it, but someone else will probably be brought in to continue the Mad Max movies.
I thought he said he had like sequels and all this type of stuff, and even Tom Hardy signed on for like 4 more movies or some crap.
From the last post that I read
Huh.
of this week, he was like, I'm kind of done with the Mad Max movies.
Hmm.
So we'll see. Because I remember, like, was it like a month ago that he was like, oh man, you can do like this and this and this, so. Also, ABC confirms a pilot for Marvel's Most Wanted, which is going to be a S.H.I.E.L.D. spinoff, so that's for Dakota.
Oh, nice.
Creed 2 gets a release date or kind of time for November 2017. Laura Vandervoort, that's how you say it, she's cast as a reoccurring villain, Indigo, in the new Supergirl series, which is kind of cool because she played Supergirl, or, Kara in Smallville. So to have her in this one. Kevin Smith is going to direct an episode of The Flash. You excited about that?
I would have thought of an Arrow, since he wrote a lot of the stuff for Arrow and brought it current, but that's cool.
And the Punisher spinoff is now in development at Netflix.
Ooh.
So I had a couple of things that we could talk about, but we've already gone over 2 hours, or it's just about 2 hours here, so we'll go ahead and end it there. We had Pete on. If you came in late to the show, we had Pete Sinclair of BotCon, Transformer Subscription Service Collectors Club on. So if you want to go watch that video form, it will be up a little bit after we end here, so probably about anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. So if you want to go watch this later and get that full version, you'll be able to. Other than that, James has some announcements for us and got another show too.
Yes. My announcement is there's an aftercast tonight, 10:30. Well, probably in the next like 15, 20 minutes on my channel. So if you guys want to join, I will put the live link in the on my Facebook page, which you can kind of see down here. And so if you guys want to join in, cool. You don't have to necessarily have a camera, but we would like to be able to converse via microphone and such. So just keep that in mind. Other things, we have the collection spotlight. We are out, so if you guys want your collection spotlighted, and if you've already been spotlighted and it's been some time and you've grown your collection a little bit more, go ahead and submit your pictures. 10 to 20 pics. Just send them to Josh at g1hextron@gmail.com, and we will feature you on the next Cybercast. And I think that's it.
All right, Dakota, where can people find you, man?
Everywhere at Primal Sabbath.
All right, and you can find me, G1Hextron, on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and my Facebook page is the G1Hextron. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. And we do this every Saturday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, followed by the Aftercast at 10:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So thanks a lot for watching live and in video form. So talk to you guys later. Peace.